Hey, have you ever wondered what it would be like to go and make 100, 200, 300, if not more, from just one property deal? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about land development and commercial conversions. And the great news is you don't need to be a builder. You haven't got to be an architect. You literally need to build a team. If you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. If you could smash the subscribe button and the notification bell, give me a like and leave me any questions or comments below. So let's get into this. Commercial conversions, land development, making big money from just one property deal. Let's have a look at land developments. Land development is acquiring land with or without planning and the process of building commercial or residential units. You can build and then rent out the units. You can build to sell the units, or, hey, this is a good one, you can do a combination of the two. This is a long-term wealth creation strategy. You can create passive income by doing build to rent. You can make big lumps of cash and you get higher profit margins. You can build single lets, HMOs, serviced accommodation units. What I love about land development is you do multiple units in one deal, okay? Multiple units. This took us about a year to do our first land development deal, but we had 9 units. One of my HMOs took me a year to complete because there was all sorts of problems with it, one of our deals in Ipswich. So you can do these types of deals, and at the end of it, you've just got more houses or more flats. Because there's bigger profit margins, it's easier to recycle your cash. Let me show you my first ever land development deal. This will be something I will never ever forget. There we go. There's Nigel and Salvatore, our architect, contract administrator, and main contractor. We needed to get piling on the site. This is us doing the piling. That's through the construction. Would you like to do one of these? Nothing's stopping you. Literally, nothing's stopping you except you. I would highly recommend that you get help, support, and accountability. And when you're doing your first land development deal, depending on what size it is, because you may not have any experience, you bring in someone else. This is one of the great things about the Academy, is that you can then look to partner with me and my business partner, Jay. Let's have a look at land development deals on this one. So this was to build 9 dwellings, 7 flats and 2 houses. We bought it with planning permission. The land cost was 310,000. The build cost was 1.1 million. The interest we're paying back is about 86,000. The total cost was 1.5 million pounds. And we are looking at a GDV of 2 million quid. Profit on deals like this could be in the region of £500,000. You can look to refinance or you can look to sell. We actually sold all of the units because that is what one of our investors wanted to do in the end. But just one of these deals, let's say you either made £100,000 from one land deal and it took you 1 year. That's £10,000 a month there or thereabouts, right? Would that be good? Yeah, probably more than what you're making now. So definitely keep an open mind for land development. What quite a few of my Academy graduates are doing right now is they're doing 80% of their spare time is on their primary strategy, which is something like, say, rent to rent. And then 20% is on the secondary strategy, which could be land development or commercial conversions. And we're actually doing a deal right now with Kevin D'Souza. He's one of our Academy graduates. We're building 14 flats and a commercial space in Loughton with a GDV of about 6.5–7 million pounds. And we're expecting to see profits of about, 600–800,000 pounds on that deal. Big game changer, guys. You only got to do one of these a year alongside what you're currently doing. And then what's really smart is to take the profits from your land deal and then use that in your own property portfolio or use that money to invest in other asset classes. Now let's have a look at Commercial conversions. So a commercial unit is anything that is not residential. The conversion of commercial buildings into residential flats. Something called permitted development and prior approval was introduced in 2013. This was a golden ticket for all developers, and it basically meant that with certain types of commercial conversions, you don't need to apply for planning permission, and we will cover more of that in the next few modules, okay? So we're gonna go through all the regulations and the planning and what you can and what you can't do for all of the strategies. You can, like land development, you can convert to rent or you can convert to sell, okay? Big profits, nice margins. You wanna make sure that you are making a minimum of 25% on GDV. GDV stands for gross development value. That's the value of your units at the end once you've done all the build work, the refurb work or the commercial conversion work. So for example, if you had 10 flats and they were valued at £100,000 each, your GDV would be £1 million. And if you're working on a 25% profit margin, you're gonna wanna make sure that at least £250,000 is your profit. This is one of our commercial conversions. I absolutely love this deal. This is in Colchester. This was an office, B1A, and we converted it into 16 one-bedroom boutique, very high standard apartments. 15 of them sold off plan, and one of them sold, the smallest one sold as soon as we had the show flat ready. And hey, this is a great deal. What happened with this deal, and this is the great thing about partnerships and people knowing what you're doing, is I called a good friend of mine called Mark, and I said, hey Mark, just a little bit of a catch up. How are you getting on? He's also an existing developer. He said, yeah, Liam, we're doing really well. He said, we've actually just had a deal and we've just had an investor fall out of bed and we're about to exchange on the deal. I said, Mark, you wouldn't have guessed it. I said, we've got an investor and we've just had a deal fall out of bed. I said, would you like to team up? So we teamed up with an existing developer. They had the deal. We had the money with the investor. We joined forces. We shared the workload. It was a lot of fun. It really didn't take up much of my time. I was hardly never on site unless I was shooting a few videos. I turned up for a couple of the progress meetings, and everyone made some great money. Here are some photos of the site beforehand. Very, 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 very easy conversion. These are the numbers, guys. So Colchester Town Centre. Project was to convert an office into 16 flats. The building was an investment of £900,000. The build cost and professional fees just over £1 million. Interest we paid back across the board about 138,000. Total cost was about 2 million quid. Gross development value came in the region of 2.6, which gave us a profit of £575,000. There or thereabouts, around about a 25% profit margin, £575,000. And again, just for absolute transparency, I didn't use any of my own money, okay? We had Phil and Karen from Liverpool who had access to £750,000, and we were paying that back at 10 or 12% interest. We only used 550,000 of that in the end, and we used the other money for another investment. We then brought the whole team in, the main contractor, the architects, the agents, the brokers, the development funders. Me, Jay, Mark and his team, we used none of our own money. We then made the profit, divvied that out between us. What an amazing project. So do you want to do these types of deals? You know, you don't have to do 16 flats. You can go do a small commercial conversion of say 3 flats or 4 flats or 5 flats. You know, the reason I'm doing this size is because I'm working in a team, right? But other people I've worked with, they start a lot smaller, build up the confidence and build up. This is James Fox, everyone. He's one of my academy graduates. He came to me and he said, Liam, He said, I don't want to do rent to rent. He said, I don't want to do HMOs. I don't want to do single lets. He said, I'm a consultant for O2. I work full time. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. I can take one day off a week. I'll reduce my hours. He said, I just want to do big stuff. He said, can we do big stuff? I said, of course you can. He went out there, followed my systems. I personally mentored James, and he made in the region of £2 million in his first 5 commercial/land development deals. This is the power of doing commercial conversions. Is it easy? Hey, nothing's easy really in life. You've got to follow the systems. Will there be a few headaches? Yes, there'll be a few headaches. Will there be a few things go wrong? Yes, there'll be a few things go wrong. Will you sometimes not keep to budget and keep to time plan? Yeah, you might go over budget. But there's nice margins in these deals. And as long as you do your research, as long as you get a good team around you, the sky's your limit, guys, yeah? And, I like to do, 2 or 3 of these deals a year, raise the money, find the deal, put the team together. It's really good. And we may, it's not definite yet, so I won't count my chickens, but my next deal potentially is a 26 unit commercial conversion with a gross development value of over £9.5 million. Who would have thought that 5 years ago? So start small, build your confidence, and then you can move up. One of these deals can literally change your life. If I can do it, you can do it as well. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button, see below for some free resources, and make sure you watch another video right now, because the more you learn, the more you earn.